Hello everybody and welcome to another video. We start this one just about to go on to the Mad Mile when I come across someone that's been using my self-entitlement car wax. If you're unfamiliar with this, it's my self-entitlement car wax. It's suitable for Audis, Mercedes and Range Rovers. That over there is a Range Rover. Apply once and it will turn you into a dickhead until you sell the car. Now as you can see, that Range Rover had plenty of time to get into the inside lane, took the roundabout incredibly wide for some strange reason and stays in the outside lane. Now a lot of people have been complaining to me about my wax. It says that after they've sold the car they still drive like a dickhead for about a month afterwards. I've got to say it's very strong stuff, so bear with it. It will take time for you to stop driving like a dickhead. Now this guy's got a double whammy in this outside lane here because I've been selling my self-entitlement tarmac to all my local councils around where I live. Now this particular bag is for outside lane use only. You obviously don't want to put it in the inside lane, otherwise you'll have them all undertaken like this car here is. Now this particular product is a very popular product. It's only beaten by I will park wherever the fuck I want tarmac. So now what we're going to do is we're going to listen to me in the car. The self-entitlement wax is out today. 45 miles an hour on a 60 mile an hour road, and you in the outside lane overtaking Sweet FA for the whole journey of this Mad Mile. Well done. And are you turning right? Are you turning right? No. Makes it even worse, doesn't it? Now let's see if there's a phone. Old guy, grey beard. Yeah, and he's away very fast as well. Oh, he's going to be keeping everyone happy behind him. Hey, he's moved over, he's moved over. A mile too late, but he did move over. Now in this clip, I know I've got to say it again, the camera doesn't do it justice. It is actually raining, believe it or not, it's actually raining. I know you can see raindrops on the windscreen there, but it is actually raining. When I see a convertible with its roof down carrying something, now can that see anything to its left hand side? It can't see its mirror, it can't see through whatever the hell that is, and there does seem to be someone in the back seat of that, whatever that is, holding it. So we've established it's quite clear that it cannot see anything to its left, not its mirror, not anything. It can see straight on and it can see to the right. But why is it driving over the hatched markings there when it can see them? Answers on a postcard. Now in this clip we are in Epsom. We're about to go into the one-way system of the Epsom High Street here. And I see people get this wrong time and time again, almost every day, almost every time I use this little one-way system now. As we've gone past the lights here, it's now one way. Now, as you can see, there are two lanes. Now, when we go to the rear camera now, you'll see the usual suspect has to be in front and he goes into the outside lane and starts overtaking everything. Nothing wrong in doing that. That's what the outside lane is supposed to be used for. So it comes up here, and as you can see further down the road here, it's just gonna cut in. It obviously doesn't want to turn right where that lane is going. So there it pops in there and cuts everybody up. But it's not. Everybody that's in my lane is actually cutting him up. If you look at the road markings, the very worn out road markings, and the rain doesn't help, you'll see that that was his lane. Everyone else was moving over and cutting him up, taking his lane. Just funny how you don't, if you don't know the road, you would automatically think, he's cutting everybody up. It's only because I know the road that I wasn't shouting and hollering myself. Now in this clip, when you look behind in your mirror and you see this van up here, you can see how impatient he is, how close he is to the car in front, and then he cannot wait a few seconds for the road to open up. He has to drive on the wrong side of the road just to do that. He could have done that anyway, just waited a few seconds. But when you see something like that in your rear view mirror, you know what's coming, don't you? You know that he's going to get really close to you, and just be aware of it, because I wasn't going to drive any faster for him.
Oh, the London dashcam sees it all, from the mighty rise to the foolish fall. Every turn and every bend, captured moments never end.
You right now, yeah? You right now, yeah? Arsehole.
And he is in the wrong lane here as well. He's taking the second exit, and people do go round to the third exit from the inside lane there. So he could have got cut up there.
Really? Where the fuck have you come from to do that? How have you got to... I don't know. Answers on a postcard.
Now, I think it looks like he's gone round them two vehicles there to get there. It looks that way to me. Why would he be at that angle otherwise? Odd. Now, some of you clever people out there will know what the mark of the beast means. Without going too biblical on you, it means the devil. It's 666 and it's the devil's number basically. And some of you may be aware that I have these 3 6s in my date of birth, which basically means I can be a nasty fucker sometimes, and I don't even have to get out of the car to do it. All I have to do is look at you. Like I do with these two girls coming up, I just look at them and it makes them fucking ugly. Now notice there's a guy crossing the road with them. His face doesn't change. There's no use of the horn, no hand gestures, no nothing.
Walk straight, eh?
And there we go. The face has changed to that just by looking at him. But look at the guy. His face hasn't changed at all. So I didn't put a curse on the guy because he crossed the road correctly. They didn't. They walked in an angle towards me. But I'm not as nasty as some of you think. I cannot let young girls walk around with faces like that. As you look from the rear camera now, look how many people at the bus stop are looking at me doing my magic. But as I say, I couldn't let a young girl walk around with a face like that. If you look at her face here, you can see that it's gone back to normal. All the fillers, all the Botox have all slipped back into place like it never happened. And speaking of curses, I think I've accidentally put one on myself. Regulars of the channel will know that a few weeks ago this car became mine and I didn't have to find the £1,000 plus a month to keep this car on the road. Yeah, £1,000 a month, that's double my mortgage. And ever since this car has been officially mine, I have had nothing but bad luck with it. I had to get 2 new tyres for the back. I knew that that was coming, so that wasn't really a problem. I knew that it's something we have to do to keep our cars roadworthy and legal. So I knew that was going to happen. But I didn't expect a couple of weeks after having new tyres put on the back, I had a customer in the car driving them to a station and I could hear this tapping noise coming from the back. First of all, I thought it was the customer messing about with their phone. I dropped the customer off and the tapping was still there. I went and had a look around the car and there was a screw in the back tyre. Now in hindsight, what I should have done was just take a picture of it to show you guys. It was in at such a funny angle, it couldn't be fixed. So it had to be another new tyre. So that's 3 new tyres straight away. I've only had them on a couple of weeks and now I'm already replacing one of them. So that's the first one. Now the other day I wake up in the morning, get in the car, start the car up. When I say start the car up, it's electric, you know, I just press the button and I get this sign. Yep, EV. Any ideas what the hell that means? We all know it as electrical vehicle, do we not? We just call them EVs for short. What does it do? What is it? Why is it there? I look it up. I tried to look it up. It took me forever to find it. And then all it says is electrical system, take it to your main dealer. Why? What is the problem? What is the problem so I know what it is? No, just take it to your main dealer. Now, some of you will know that I have had issues in the past with Kia's amazing warranty. Yes, the 7-year warranty or 100,000 miles. It's not worth a toss. It really isn't. It's not 7 years. It's not 100,000 miles. Neither if you use your car as a private hire vehicle. So yes, that was another issue I had as well. Because I've done 80,000 miles, just over 80,000 miles in this car, my warranty has finished. It's finished. It's not the 100,000 miles that everyone else gets, even though it's not 100,000 miles or 7 years for everybody else. Read your small print. Trust me, read your small print. So I would say roughly around about 300 miles after that, I had another problem. I had this going on. So here we are, we're about 300 miles down the road from the last one. And we got Android Auto on, apparently. Madonna's in the picture for some reason, and Thompson Twins is supposed to be playing. And there's nothing playing. It is on, the speakers are on, it's loud. There's nothing plugged in the USBs, which is how I get my Android Auto on there. And it's not working. I press that. Sorry about the hairy hands. You know what they say about a man with hairy hands. Yep. Anyway, now we got Fat Boys and the Beach Boys. Wipeout supposed to be on, and nothing's happening. Nothing's coming through the speakers. So that's gone. Apparently, I was not under warranty after a year having the car with this one. So let's go on to normal car radio. You can see me pressing the button there, and nothing's happening. Again, it's not under warranty because all of this computer stuff in front of you here only lasts a year on your warranty. So forget that 7 years. That's gone. That there right in front of you, you only get a warranty for that for a year. And just so you know, my car doesn't look that dusty. This thing here is a dust magnet. As you can see, I'm pressing the radio on the screen now rather than the physical button down below, and that doesn't work neither. So I turned the engine off eventually and left it for a while and then come back, and it did work, but it's playing up. It keeps doing it over and over again. I could get the maps up, so that's one good thing. So moving on, another bit of bad luck. I'm driving down Reigate Hill, and I will show you the clip when a guy pulls out halfway. It's nothing, and I touch my brakes. And you'll see the car, if you're really looking, it slightly moves out to the right, and then I'll take it from there. So here we are, we're driving down Reigate Hill. The weather's not great. There's nothing wrong with the car as far as I'm aware of. Anyway, it's driving nicely. It's a nice smooth run. And a car, when we get round this bend here, will be pulling out from the left hand side to turn right. There you go. And now I touch my brakes and you see me go out to the right. Now that's not me. The car decided to pull out to the right for some reason. I have no idea why at this time, why it did that. And it seemed to slide, not skid, slide on the road. And it's sort of like, because there was no lockup or anything like that, it just sort of slid. It was a weird feeling. You'll see another one do it to me here, and the same sort of thing happens again. It's sort of, it slides on the road for some reason. I don't know why. It's a little bit weird. So as we come up to this bend here, this guy pulls out. He shouldn't be pulling out. And I touch the brakes again, and the car goes out to the right again. Yeah, and it shouldn't. Not with that sort of braking anyway. So as we're driving through here now, I'm feeling very grateful that my customer only wants to go the other side of this one-way system. So I know now that there is something wrong with my car, and I don't want to alarm the customer saying there's something wrong with my car, get out. We're only going round the corner here, and I'm just going to drop her off and then examine the car. yeah, so I drive round the corner, drop her off, and I have a little look round the car, and there's nothing actually physically sticking out at me. There's nothing actually saying there's something wrong. So I've gone back to this clip here because I don't want to show you where I dropped my passenger off. That's not right. Yeah, so there was nothing obvious showing that there's something wrong with the car. Nothing. All the tyres looked okay. It was, you know, a bit weird. So I jump back in the car and I start driving off. I go back up Reigate Hill the opposite way, and I'm driving really gingerly. I'm driving very steady because I can feel that there's something wrong with my car. I don't know what it is though. Then all of a sudden there's a bing on the bloody dashboard. Tyre pressure is low. It said something, I think if memory served, it was about 25 psi, which there normally should be around 35 psi in my tyres. And immediately I pull over. Now, one of the things that I did do when I was in Reigate, I had a look round all the tyres and I checked the tyre pressure on the dashboard and it was fine. Everything was fine. So I don't know what's happened anyway. On the front left-hand tyre, it's saying it's gone down low. So I've pulled over and I'm having a look. And yes, sure enough, it has gone low. And while I'm sitting there, I'm looking for my pump that I bought off of Amazon. Yep, this one here. And by the way, I forgot to mention, it was absolutely pissing down, okay? I regularly charge this thing up and it had a full charge. So bearing in mind, which I forgot to tell you, that I am in shorts and t-shirt because I like to be comfortable when I drive, and that's comfortable for me. So I go to the boot, get this thing out the boot, connect it up to the tyre, and then go and wait in the car. Now, the reason I'm using a pump and not changing the tyre is because Kia doesn't supply a space saver or a spare tyre. So I've got no spare tyre, so I've got a pump. So I'm sitting in my car, I'm soaking wet, I'm looking at my phone trying to find a tyre place very close to where I am to get a new tyre put on, and it's all gone quiet. This thing has stopped working. I look at the dashboard and I've got 8 psi, and it stopped. It was actually going down rather than up, I think. I don't know what was going on. So I would recommend that you do not buy one of these because they are fucking useless. Although I must say they do fly very well. You will be able to pick one of these up somewhere on the A217 after I launched it across the fucking road with so much bad language, I cannot put it on here. Yes, I used all of the words that you're not allowed to use on YouTube. So I'm still sitting there in the car's steaming up, and I've got no air in my tyre. But then I suddenly realised that Kia supply you with a pump. They don't supply you with a spare tyre or a space saver. They supply you with a pump. So underneath all the gunk in the boot, there is a pump that I've not used before. I plugged it in, and the way it went, I plug it into the cigarette lighter. Well, we call them cigarette lighters still, don't we? And it worked, but only until 25 psi, and then it stopped. And it's like, are you serious? So I quickly undone everything and then started to drive, and the thing is going down and down and down. I've got the tyre pressure gauge on the dashboard and it's going down, 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 down. I had to do it 3 times before I got to the tyre place. I had to pull over and then start it up again. It would only go to 25 for some reason. I do not know why. Maybe it was overheating, God knows, and then drive off again. So 3 times I had to do that until I got to Quick Fit, who put well, I did both tyres. I did the 2 front tyres as well. So expense after expense after expense. So yes, I think I've put a bit of a curse on myself recently. And that is why I've not been on YouTube as much as what I have done this week, because I've been pissing about with this bloody car that's given me the right hump. So enough about me. Let's get back on and show you some clips, shall we? Let's lighten the mood and show you a good old Audi clip, shall we? Because after all, it's always an Audi. Now in this clip, I've just dropped someone off at the hospital where you're supposed to drop people off. And yet, can you spot someone that's dropping someone off that's doing it in a completely wrong place where it's just for ambulances?
How have you come from that way? It's ambulances only coming in from that way, but you are an Audi. Unbelievable. It's just for emergency services only, and yet they come through that way. Always an Audi.
And if you look over to the left, ambulances all over the place, but that's where the Audi came in. Well done. So we've gone to Gaza for this one. Only joking, it's Crawley, but it bloody looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like a war zone. Anyway, it's just a phone zombie that's going to be walking across the road in front of us.
Phone fucking zombie.
Now in this next clip, you're going to be looking at the green light, but you're also going to be listening out for someone bibbing me because I was too slow to get away on the green light. So listen out when the lights go green.
Are you fucking serious? Are you bibbing? Who bibbed? I'd love to know who fucking bibbed then.
Now I will just play you that again so you can have another little recap of the green light and the bib.
Are you fucking serious? Are you bibbing? Who bibbed? I'd love to know who fucking bibbed then.
Now I hope you noticed that I was actually moving on the green when I got the bib from behind. What arsehole would actually bib someone that's moving? I'll give you a couple of guesses.
I drive like I'm out of my mind. I drive an Audi. Oh yeah. I drive an Audi. Always an Audi. Oh yeah. Always an Audi. Four circles of doom. Up yours. Boom. Audi, Audi. Oh, 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 oh. We laugh at you.
So now watch him. I'm moving as he bibs.
Are you fucking serious? Are you bibbing? Who bibbed? I'd love to know who fucking bibbed then.
And now you're going to see the Audi driver do the breaststroke. Yeah, all because the guy next to us in the van installs swimming pools and hot tubs. He's doing the breaststroke. You couldn't make it up. Always an Audi.
I drive like I'm out of my mind. I drive an Audi. Oh yeah. I drive an Audi. Always an Audi. Oh yeah. Always an Audi. Four circles of doom. Up yours. Boom. Audi, Audi. Oh, 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 oh. We laugh at you. Don't you know? Audi, Audi. Oh, 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 oh. We look at you, say no.
And
no,
thanks
no.
again, David, for the use of the song. Now what I do need now is a song about the trainee Audi driver, because as you can see down there, it's one way going there and it's one way going out there as well. You can drive down this road, but you can't enter it from one of them roads there unless you are driving a Fiat 500, a trainee Audi driver.
That there is a no entry that you've just come down and you bloody know it. That there is a no entry that you've just come down and you bloody know it. It's a no entry.
So there's a challenge for you, David. We need a song about the trainee Audi driver, the Fiat 500. Yes, and I know it just disappeared there, but I'm just driving down here now just to show you that it is one way, or no entries I should say, coming from the other way. You can see it's a no entry from that side with the signs there, just about see them. And the one where he come down is clear as day, innit? No entry. But it's always a Fiat 500. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.